Addressing climate change challenges could help reduce long-standing conflicts, particularly the persistent clashes between farmers and herders across the country. Experts say environmental pressures are increasingly fueling insecurity and social tensions in many communities. In this special report, Delimi Yunusa of Trust TV examines the link between climate change, conflict, and the urgent need for inclusive peace building.
Experts believe that environmental degradation, pollution, and shrinking natural resources are major drivers of conflicts across several communities, especially in northern Nigeria. Discussions have focused on the social consequences of climate change, including competition over land and water resources, which often escalate into violent clashes between farmers and herders.
For example, the farmer-herder crisis that we are having in Benue and other places in northwest and north-central Nigeria is as a result of the herders moving their cattle and their animals from a place whereby there is drought and there is lack of water and grasses to places whereby there are greener pastures. In that movement, that's where we have problems whereby the cattle might trample on the farms of farmers, and then a conflict ensues.
Unpredictable rainfalls, all of these things fuels peace and conflict related issues. How do they do that? Initially, you know that Fulani herdsmen actually move from one place to another looking for greener pastures. That was when we have rainfalls that is enough to make those greener pastures come out well. But now we have unpredictable rain patterns.
Climate change is no longer just an environmental issue. It has become a key factor affecting peace, security, and social stability. From farmer-herder conflict to migration and the spread of extremism, changing climate patterns continue to create new challenges, particularly for vulnerable groups.
So if we have people spreading fake narratives online, and then we have other people coming out to call them out and say the truth, I think based on online fake news spreading, that will solve the issue.
The disadvantage of fake news is it makes people scared. It makes people see, because these things are not true and people get to believe them. And then before you know, fear comes into them, and then it affects them a lot.
The experts say the conflict linked to climate change, especially farmer-herder clashes, can be addressed through strategic, inclusive, and sustainable solutions.
We call for people to be very conscious of their environment, because we are a product of our environment, and our environment is a product of us. So once we have a healthy environment, the tendency of tensions and conflicts is reduced. And that is why we call on people to plant trees a lot, because these trees you see is a very strong shocker to environmental shocks.
Government has to wade into the issue in the sense that government has to provide enough enabling environment for all these people that we've mentioned, all these people that are involved, to give them an enabling ground. If you're a farmer, you're given enough land, you're given enough support to do your farming without infringing on the rights of anyone. If you're a herder, you're given a place to ranch your cattle so you don't have to move around them.
Solving problems like these, first and foremost, I always go for dialogue first and foremost, but it will not really solve it practically. Practically, there are several measures, scientific measures used to tackle climate change, such as planting of trees.
They emphasize that climate change affects every aspect of society, making it essential to understand its connection to peace and security in order to build a more peaceful and sustainable future. Delimi Yunusa, Trust TV News, Kaduna.